Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel TNV Academy. Audit checklists are one of the most recognizable tools in auditing collection and ensure that nothing important is overlooked. However, when misused, they can turn into rigid, unhelpful documents that limit an auditor's ability to think critically. ISO 19011, the global guideline for auditing management systems, provides clear direction on how to design and use checklists that truly work. In this session, we will explore how to build a practical audit checklist, the mistakes to avoid, and how to make checklist a supportive guide instead of a restrictive script. Now we will discuss the role of a checklist in auditing. An audit checklist is far more than a list of yes-no questions. ISO 19011 defines it as a tool for ensuring consistent evidence collection, verifying compliance against criteria, and helping the auditor navigate the audit scope. A checklist provides a logical pathway through an audit while documenting what has been examined. Importantly, it does not replace auditor judgment. It simply supports it. In essence, the checklist acts like a roadmap that keeps auditors on track while still allowing them to explore important findings. Now, understanding audit criteria. The foundation of every good checklist is the audit criteria. ISO 19011 defines audit criteria as the set of policies, standards, or requirements against which evidence is evaluated. If the audit is based on ISO 9001, then the checklist must align with the clauses of that standard. If it is an internal audit, the criteria may be company procedures or regulatory requirements. A checklist without well-defined criteria will be unfocused and ineffective. That is why the very first step in checklist creation is always to clarify the audit criteria. Now let's discuss the steps to create an effective audit checklist. Creating a strong audit checklist requires a structured preparation. The first step is to define the audit scope and objectives so that the checklist is targeted. Next, the auditor identifies the audit criteria, whether standards, legal obligations, or internal policies. These requirements are then broken down into practical checkpoints that can be tested during the audit. Drafting open-ended questions is critical as they invite discussion and evidence rather than simple yes-no answers. The questions should be organized logically by process, department, or clause, with a space for recording evidence and notes. Finally, the draft checklist should be reviewed and refined to ensure clarity and alignment with the audit plan. Now let's discuss the common mistakes in checklist design. Checklists often fail because they are poorly designed. One common mistake is making them too rigid, which prevents auditors from following up on important audit rates. Another mistake is filling them with yes-no questions that do not lead to real evidence. Some checklists are overloaded with excessive detail that overwhelms both auditors and auditees. Others are simply copied from standards without translating them into practical checkpoints. ISO 19011 warns against treating checklists as mechanical exercises. Instead, they should remain flexible tools that support rather than limit the auditor's professional judgment. Now, how to use the checklist during audits? A checklist should be treated as a guide, not a strict script. During the audit, auditors use it to stay systematic, but they must remain flexible enough to explore beyond the written questions. If an answer raises concerns, the auditor should follow that way, even if it is not explicit in the checklist. ISO 19011 encourages auditors to adapt their questioning while ensuring all planned areas are covered. For auditees, this approach makes the checklist feel less like an interrogation and more like a structured conversation. Now, adapting checklist for remote audits. As remote and hybrid audits become more common, checklist must adapt. Digital checklists integrated into audit management software allow real-time collaboration and evidence sharing. Remote audits often require additional checks, such as live demonstration of systems through screen sharing or virtual facility tours. Auditors may need to ask, can you walk us through this process virtually to verify practices? ISO 19011 still requires that evidence be reliable and sufficient. So a remote checklist must be designed with digital verification in mind. Improving and updating checklist. An audit checklist is not a static tool. It should evolve. After each audit, auditors should review whether the checklist was effective. Did it lead to meaningful findings? Were some areas missed? Were the questions too narrow or too broad? Feedback from both auditors and auditees should be used to improve future versions. Just as organizations strive for continuous improvement, auditors should continuously refine their checklist to make them more effective with each use. Now, a checklist that works. A well-crafted audit checklist is one of the most powerful tools in an auditor's toolkit. Guided by ISO 19011, an effective checklist is systematic, flexible, and evidence-based. It is built on clear criteria, asks open-ended questions, avoids rigidity, and is regularly improved. Most importantly, it is used as a guide rather than a script, ensuring auditors can adapt while staying on track. The key takeaway is very simple. A good checklist doesn't just check compliance. It creates meaningful conversations, uncovers risk, and drives improvement. With ISO 19011 as the foundation, your checklist becomes not just a document, but a roadmap to an effective, credible, and professional audit. Thanks everyone for watching this detailed session. I will see you in the next episode of TNV Academy.